What up, rough leaders? Welcome back to my channel. That's Prashad Nagar Street here in Prashad Nagar. We're at the corner of Delhi Street and Prashad Nagar Street. I just wanted to give you a little update, brief update on what's happening here in Prashad Nagar. So the last time I was here, I showed you that there were a number of mansions, mega mansions being constructed, and it's been, I don't know, 6 months, maybe more, since I was in this neck of the woods, and I wanted to show you what has happened in that time, in the last 6 months since we were here. So that's Pike Street Kitty in the distance. Pike Street Kitty. Sorry, Pike Street in Campbellville. Pike Street in Campbellville. There is a Pike Street in Kitty, but this one is in Campbellville. Pike Street, Campbellville, and it is continuous with Prashad Nagar Street in Prashad Nagar. And the last time we were in this neck of the woods, that is in Prashad Nagar, there were a number of mega mansions that were being constructed, and I just wanted to see how they have been completed. In other words, what they look like after construction is completed. So this is what this major street in Prashad Nagar looks like now. That's the I don't have a name for the street, but the compound at the beginning of this street extends all the way to the first street. I think that was at Amna Avenue. It's a circular street. I'll check it out in a minute. But this is what is happening here in Prashad Nagar. These houses have all been renovated in recent times. I think I gave you a history of the renovations. Here you can tell when they were renovated based on the material that they are constructed of. Amla Avenue. Right, so morning. A lot of these houses started out as wooden houses, and then they've got renovated over the years into eventually wood and concrete. So Amla Avenue, right, this is one of the circular roads in Prashad Nagar. So the last time we were here, they were constructing these they were building these mega mansions. That one seems like a multi-story condominium building, maybe a hotel of some sort. But a number of them were on the construction, large buildings are on the construction. And what I decided to do in this trip is to come back and give you an update on what they look like 6 months later. Now this building, I think, was also being constructed the last time we were here. It seems as if it's still being constructed, it hasn't been completed. But that's the thing, people tend to build what they can afford, when they can afford to build. So this is probably not a commercial building, so eventually what people do is they save up a set of money. Yeah, man. And then they build a section of their building, construct a section of their building. And then they go back to raising funds again. And then they construct another piece of building. That way, a lot of these construction projects are built without mortgages, without loans. So this building is still under construction. Last time we were here, they were constructing it. This other building, this one was completed, I think, the last time we were in this neck of the woods. So this is multiple units in a large compound. This one had been completed. Alright, so this is what Prashad Nagar looks like in 2024. It's still being transformed by people who are returning to Guyana and constructing new homes for themselves in this once prestigious neighborhood. Remember, I think we've actually shown, I think I discussed this in a previous video, the origins of Prashad Nagar. This is the boundary, right, between Prashad Nagar and the next neighborhood. So this is Prashad Nagar, at least this is the north end of Prashad Nagar. And this is what the homes look like that have been constructed by Guyanese who've been returning. This is the eastern boundary of Prashad Nagar. Now on the other side, there's also a fair amount of construction and development going on. Going on over there. But let's pay attention to what's happening in Prashad Nagar. So the last time we were here, a lot of these buildings had already been constructed, but what has changed is that more of the renovation and construction of mega mansions in Prashad Nagar has been continuing. Over here, this is the EPA building, Environmental Protection Agency, the eastern.
Distance 4 miles. Duration 1 hour 7 minutes 8 seconds. Pace 29 minutes 15 seconds per mile.
So this is what is happening with the transformation of Prashad Nagar as people return to Guyana and construct their dream homes. A lot of these homes are also rental property for diplomats and other international people. That is the Guyana or GPL, Guyana Power and Light Authority location here. Yes, a lot of these homes in Prashad Nagar have also served as rental property for diplomats and expatriates who are now living in Guyana. I think there are a number of new housing developments that are being built strictly for expatriates in the oil and gas industry. I think there are a few American developers, housing developers, who are building entire developments in Georgetown, well, not in Georgetown, but in Guyana. I will probably bring you some footage of those new housing developments that are being built for expatriates. I know that the headquarters of ExxonMobil has been completed now, so ExxonMobil has completed their headquarters at Ogle, near to the Ogle airport. It's a huge, a massive building, and I will actually try to get close to it and give you an update on that. But this is what is happening here. This is what development looks like in Guyana in 2024. As you walk on the east side, that's the eastern edge of Prashad Nagar. This is the headquarters of the Guyana Hindu Dharmaric Sabha. Alright, this is the head office, the main temple in Guyana. And it's located in Prashad Nagar. On this side, you can see there's a lot of land that's being developed, clearing of the land that's going to be developed. Let's turn back into Prashad Nagar here and walk down to the back to Delhi Street. So that was the eastern edge of Prashad Nagar, and now we're heading back. I think this is Campbell Avenue that runs through both Prashad Nagar and Campbellville. So what's happened in Prashad Nagar is a lot of the new homes that are being built, like this one, for example, are being either renovated from previous homes, such as this one, or being constructed anew by people who either have returned from living abroad as migrants, or business people whose business have picked up since the economy has begun to grow. So I was looking at the Bank of Guyana report. That is the report of the Bank of Guyana, not the Sovereign Wealth Fund, not the Natural Resource Fund. That's available at the Bank of Guyana website. You can go take a look at that anytime if you're online. And what that report shows is that the Bank of Guyana total assets is now on the order of 3.43 billion US dollars. And you can go back and check on that for the last 7 years. If you go back 7 years ago, right, because all the reports are there yearly, so you can go back to say 2017, and you can see that back in 2017 total assets from the Bank of Guyana was on the order of about 15 billion Guyana dollars, and now it's about 715 billion Guyana dollars. So from 15 billion to 715 billion, the assets have grown, and that is strictly tied to the oil and gas industry, to the amount of money that Guyana has earned from oil and gas. Now, a lot of people try to make or to interpret my commentary on these videos as political. Let me clarify 3 issues. One is that the facts are the facts. This is not a political channel. I'm not really using this to promote any political party. I'm Guyanese. Whether the PPP is in power or the APNU and the coalition are in power, the Guyanese people are the same. We remain the same regardless of which government is in power. And the fact is that the PPP was in power for 26 years, I believe, from 1992 to 2015, and then from 2020 until the present. And the coalition has been in power for 5 years, from 2015 to 2020. And in that time, those 5 years, they signed the oil contract. So when you step back from the politics, you will see that each government has made its own contribution. So it would be pointless and stupid to say, well, the PPP did this and the PNC or the APNU or the coalition government didn't do this. When in fact Guyana is the same, whether which government is in power, the country remains the same, the people remain the same. So governments come and governments go, but the people, the country remains the same. And therefore we're looking at what progress we can make and have made, and how to keep that progress going on, in other words, continuing. And that's what we're talking about here on this channel. Really don't care about who does what. What we care about is the quality of the infrastructure that's being built. It's called Bisesar Street. Right, it's called Bisesar Street. So it seems as if the street names change here. So on the other side of Delhi, right, this is Delhi Street. We looked at this as Delhi Street. We've come down Delhi Street. In Prashad Nagar, this street is called Bisesar Street. But on the Campbellville side, it's called Campbell Avenue. Right, so it's Campbell Avenue, Delhi Street. Right on this side, it's Campbell Avenue and Delhi Street. And on the other side, in Prashad Nagar, it's Bisesar Street. So that's it, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the changes here in Prashad Nagar. Promise to give you an update on how these mega mansions are sprouting up, are growing, being built here in Prashad Nagar. I saw one or two of them that were still under construction 6 months ago and are still being constructed now, which reminds me that a lot of these buildings that are constructed in Guyana are actually built not with mortgages, but with savings. People tend to save an amount of money, build a little bit, and then go back to saving and building. And that is why a lot of these mega projects, mega mansions are usually built over many years. But that's it, guys. This is the 4-lane highway that is being built through this reserve. Right, this reserve is actually going to go all the way to Dennis Street and a few blocks from here, 2 blocks from here, and then eventually probably connect to, that is way down south, to Mandela Avenue. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in Prashad Nagar, in Georgetown, Guyana, the fastest growing economy in the world. Later!